David, where are you?
Oh, me?
Yeah, are you David?
Oh.
Yeah, we wanted you. Okay, come on. David, take your mask off, David. You got to take one with mine too. Okay, ready? Don't mess your phone. Give me your phone. I don't know, one time my mom was in charge of taking a picture of the guy next to you. Use her phone. Okay. You got to give me your
You keep asking for your smile. You're not driving.
Thank you. I want to get into here and get your husband. Where's your husband?
It's okay. We'll come back. We'll come back.
Are you sure? Or we going to say this? This is going to be living out Everybody, clean their plate, Mama. Everybody.
Is that good?
Okay.
Oh, here's the toast. Take a picture of this lady. Look at that cake. Oh. You know, it's just
What?
Wait, how many glasses are you
They're not going to have it Friday night.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
I said, hey, you're paying for lunch and dinner
California, taxes are up $12,000 Yeah, but Michael and his wife and one of a lot of people. I think we got the first.
I said,
Bring on the hors d'oeuvres, more. One hors d'oeuvre for every person. Two per person. The children, the kids, the new ride, we got Julian Blue
Kids are not coming, okay?
Bye, everybody.
I've said to you 3 times.
We just have a few words we would love to say about our parents.
David's first.
Okay. So yeah, I just like to kind of set a scene of what things were like. What things were like when we were growing up. What a typical dinner would look like. Okay, so dinner would typically start with some form of meat on the table, whether it was hamburgers, which for some reason were seasoned with ketchup, or chicken or meatloaf, and we'd start eating, and my dad would talk about his day as busy consistently, and start expounding on the latest political absurdity, and my mom would talk about an endless number of horrible principles. But my sister would talk a lot about her friends, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but I recall being a bit of a smart ass. But I didn't really understand it at the time, but looking back on it, all those small moments are a gift that I appreciate. They have an importance and a weight to them that it kind of sees kind of like a flame against, against the darkness of the world. And I really appreciate we've been able to share that time together. Let's see, I feel your entire marriage has generally been a lesson in appreciating those small moments, basically, and the importance of spending time together, which is something I've always found very which is something that taught me is very, very important. That it's important to put the time to listen to those that you care about and to be present with them while they're living their lives. And thank you for that, and thank you for being there for each other and for me.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming, truly. This is a big deal, 50 years. I can't even really express, and I know that my folks feel the same way, how wonderful it feels to be surrounded by all of those that we love and have loved for so many years. 50 years is really an amazing milestone. It's actually 50 years, 12 months, and 6 days. Just counting. I didn't know this. They met on Halloween. I really didn't know. All these years, I had no idea.
Were they in costume?
Did you say were they in costume? At first I thought he said Costco.
And it's just.
They met, and I'm sure many of you know this story, or were there for this story. I may not have been. But they met after their mothers, Bea and Eleanor, were in class together. A happenstance, or you could say fated, ride home from that class turned into a conversation where it was revealed that both Bea and Eleanor had children of a similar age. A date between their children, Ann and Alan, ensued, and it was on that first date that they already seemed to know that this was it. In other words, they knew like you know about a good melon. I believe one of their secrets to such a long-lasting marriage, and there are many,
is laughter and play. These two made a game out of getting the other one to say poke, so they could lovingly poke each other. As a side note, I'm pretty sure that's why my dad started enjoying poke bowls. They're silly and generous with each other, always building each other up and always putting each other first. Growing up, similar to David, we did grow up together, so probably makes sense. I saw a supportive, loving marriage between two people that clearly adored each other. I attribute that environment to what has made David and I able to be successful in our own relationships. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for showcasing a love that continues to grow and deepen. But it's not just their partnership that makes them so special. I don't need to tell any of you all of this, but I'm sure that you all agree. They're magnificent human beings. They're kind and thoughtful, intelligent, loving, the list goes on and on. I think of how many of their friends they've known for years and years. Some of you were even at their wedding. Again, I was not there. How much shared history and affection there is. If like attracts like, that says a lot about you too. So today, Mom and Dad, we celebrate you. Not just that you've been together for 50 years, but that you never seem to lose the spirit that attracted you to each other in the first place. Having gotten married at a young age, you allowed each other the freedom to grow as individuals while also growing stronger as a unit. Thank you for instilling in us the true meaning of love. I love you, and I wish you many more years of health, happiness, and laughter. And with that, I raise a glass to my mom and dad. L'chaim. Mom and Dad, if you want to come up and say a few words, you can if you want.
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. First.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Do you want us up here with you, or you want us to sit down with your legs?
Where do we?
Oh, like right around there. Yeah, like forward a little.
Oh, you have to stand up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come over here.
All right, yeah, we are taping for my mom who broke her arm and I'm only just, sorry she's not here to celebrate, but I'm sure she's thinking about it and here in spirit. And I just have to say a quick thank you besides these lovely children of ours, which include my dear and darling sister, Janie, and Chris has just been there all through, kind of an ordeal. So I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. But we love everybody. I can't believe all these lovely faces around. We appreciate you schlepping out on a rotten day, although this is just like our wedding.
Yeah.
It started out crummy and then a little bit of light came through. But thank you so much. This is kind of about everybody in the room too, we've all come through existence together, and it is just a blessing to have you all in our lives. So now did I thank you guys for not only arranging this whole,
We did most of it.
but just being there for us.
We did it together.
Yeah, because just through thick and thin. So again, all of our kids, new and old, He called Nick new son. He calls me new mom. Imagine what he calls his mom. He's not really, she's not pleased. My favorite card that my honeybee here got me, amongst all the others, was of a cavalier with a lace shirt and a doublet and boots and a sword. And I had my hands on it, and then I couldn't find it anymore, but it said something cute. And what was even better was the cavalier had a rose in his mouth, so my husband immediately signed it, "Your Rose and Cavalier." But I just, the whole idea of one of these dashing people is just you know. Handsome, witty, tender, sweet, and kind. And yes. And his name rhymes with Krause. No, his name is Krause.
No, I mean Strauss.
Strauss, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Who wrote Rose and Cavalier. But, no, I could say adventuresome, brilliant, let's see, what do I do?
You can keep going. No problem, just keep going.
Yeah.
As long as you like to do.
Yeah, insightful,
Humble. Did you put humble in?
And is so truthful.
Sexy?
But, but a wonderful son and father and husband. And besides that, I love his voice, and his beautiful voice has been music every day of our lives together and made every day paradise. That's all.
Sure, try to follow that. When we went on our first date, and you got a winner. When we went out and we went to see a play at one of the local colleges there. And everybody knows a first date should be something that is, very good and says something about you. Well, I took her to see The Diary of Anne Frank. Honest to God. And when she was not at all, she said, "Hey, I love going to the theater." So after that, I knew that this was the one. There was no question. By the second date, I knew I didn't have to look any further. So I was looking this morning, and there was in the card I bought for you, right? One of these nice Hallmark cards, and I wrote some nice stuff in it, and it talked about being my best partner and my wife and my lover and best friend, and of course all of those things are true. But what occurred to me is really what is in this room and what I always felt about Anne. There is a beauty in the character that has been with us for 50 years. And I think back, and if I could be just a percentage of what I see in her, in the kindness. We'll go walking down the street, and somebody will need a little money, or something is not right with someone. She's right there. And I mean a real sense of being kind. I'll never forget, I was in a couple of times, everybody goes into the hospital, that's just the way things are, for different ailments and this and that. she never would leave my side. And I mean, sleep over there at night and do this. Who does that? You know, and it just, it shows you the person that she is. And I'm so lucky to have that. Her empathy. I cannot tell you how many times I'm sitting on an evening and she'll be on the phone. And she says, I got a call from this person or that person, and they're having a tough time today. And no matter what she was doing that day, and maybe she was really tired too, she'd sit and she'd listen. And she'd be there for that other person. So having that kind of ability is just, the creativity. You know, I watched her all these years with
His mistress.
As a music teacher, you know, working with her kids, putting together operas and shows for all the kids and making them understand the beauty of music. It's just it's just been a pleasure to watch that creativity that's there, and intelligence. You know, just, you can talk to Ann about anything, and she'll you know, it's fascinating when we go traveling. You know, we were planning to go on a trip to Norway before COVID took care of that, but I said, one day I said, what are you doing? She says, I'm learning Norwegian. Learning Norwegian? Everywhere we go, you know, is just amazing. That's her, you know, she's so smart and picks up on things. What? No, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. My sister will tell you. I'm not done yet.
I just want to interject one thing.
Yeah.
David, your dinners when you were growing up,
Uh-huh.
I lived through that also.
That's
I
true.
just want you to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
busy stuff.
it came down from, and the other thing is curiosity. All right, it's funny that you know, I'll say, what are you reading? And she'll come up with stuff that's just absolutely amazing, and just wants to know more about this, what the author was thinking, you know, all of that. And she just has been the most amazing person, and I have just been very, very lucky to be the one that can share things with her, you know, every day, and see these things and be amazed by them. And the other thing I like to say is that my thoughts go to those people who are not with us now, but we truly love, and are and have been the people who have brought us along all these years, and we miss them. And it's just, it is what it is, and you know, life is the cycle that we all go through. But I do miss them dearly, and to quote my mother, today is special. You know, so I thank you all for being here. You are, most of us, we know each other for decades upon decades upon decades upon decades. I'm looking at Irwin here. 7th grade. Yeah.
6 decades.
Six decades. And Sibylla, we actually have three of Ann's wedding party that were that are here today.
Oh, wow.
Jane and Sibylla and Meryl were all in the wedding party.
How about Irwin?
And Earl, well, I was going to say my groomsman is sitting right there, And
You just look different than we.
yes, yes, you do.
But he's not bald.
And I guess I'm going to turn it back to Susie, and David, who are the lights of our lives. I mean, what can you say? They're just.
I don't know, what can you say?
Well, I sort of like you. You know, I was there when you were born. You know.
Try our best.
You do better than that. So, Susie?
Yes, okay, so. Do you want to toast again? We can toast again.
Do you think we should?
Toast
You-
it,
you
toast
poked
it.
me?
Okay,
We're gonna do another toast. Wait, should I toast?
You got this.
Okay, to mom and dad.
Here, we'll raise our pretend biases when we sit down.
Okay, let's cut the cake.
Yay!
How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so dessert logistics, let's just talk through it. They're gonna cut the cake, then they're gonna bring the cake in the back, and then it's gonna come out magically in slices. You also have the caption of the dessert bar up here, which has key lime pie, salted caramel creme brulee, and dark chocolate truffles.
Thank you for sitting next to the dessert.
Okay?
Thank you for sitting next to the dessert table.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody on the same page about dessert? Perfect.
Okay, now.
Okay, hold on.
How do I do this, Susie?
Okay, hold on.
Okay, tell us when we should do this. You got the camera? Yeah. Don't worry. Yay! 50 years. No. 50 years.
Oh, wait, one more. You want more little PC? Little PC.
I feel like we did.
Take one.
Just in case.
Just in case, just for safety.
One this way.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, I told you.
Later tonight, we get
Hazel.
Yeah, he's
I didn't know that your ID can actually label you with hazel eyes. I thought it was brown or blue. Like I didn't think it was like
Hazel, yes, you can.
Oh yeah, I'm hazel, and I was like flattered when I saw I know. I don't have
That's true.
Yeah.